It's just too hot to see it through, babe.
Look at you,
And
man.
that's why it's important. Okay, please edit all that out.
No, we good. You ready, Don?
I'm ready. What's up, bro?
Man, welcome back. This is another episode of Ryan's Room. You okay?
I'm great.
You good?
Great.
Okay. You looking great.
Thank you. No, you over there looking like super fly in the building. Everybody can't see this though with the gold accents. Got the watch on. Got the R hanging out. Oh, okay, I'm
You
sorry.
done?
I'm done.
You done?
I'm just saying though. Fly top. Top soon top. Coordinated perfectly. I wish y'all could see the color coordination happening
man.
with the shoes.
Oh, no.
Which number are those?
18?
18 zone.
Are you okay?
I'm feeling good today.
Are you deflecting from something today?
Probably. I feel good though.
But it's nice to see you smile.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
Always. It's always
Yeah.
nice to see you smile.
Yeah. This year's been rough, so we ain't really been smiling. So.
I know.
Whew. Welcome back,
smile.
everybody. Another episode of Ryan's Room. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Lady Don.
You know how we feeling today. Up and down this whole week.
For sure.
Yeah. First, I would like to say, if you already haven't, go ahead and subscribe to SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you want to listen to podcasts, subscribe. Everything is Ryan's Room on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, Apple, YouTube.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to that. Because we need these topics and these episodes to reach people. Because
Absolutely.
over this past week, after not even this past week, like we record the day after we put the show out.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday and today, like our inbox has been filled with
Bloop, 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 bloop.
gratitude. Like when I looked at that,
I
when you
know.
text me and said that, I said I read it and I cried. Like a tear fell.
Yeah.
Like that's what we doing this.
I
for.
was speechless.
Yeah.
I just kept saying, wow. Whoa. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And I had to send that to you because I'm like, I'm grateful that you followed your heart.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we are afraid to take a chance. We don't know how people will receive, if they're going to judge us. But the feedback, I'm talking, people have found it easy to be vulnerable with us.
Right.
Because they see how vulnerable you are being.
We are being.
So I am grateful
Look.
that you followed your heart in this and decided to open up, because now we can start the healing process for not just you, not just me, but everyone out there. Our city needs this.
Yeah, I feel that 100%. Our city needs this. We need it. I need it. The city needs it. Maybe the whole world needs it.
For sure. So definitely share and subscribe. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. I never want to step on a black woman's plight.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, I'm supporting my black people. Shout out to all the single moms out there. I know y'all job is tough.
You and you and you. Yes.
And you in the back.
And we love y'all.
Flat ironing her hair.
Hello.
With a hot
Sipping
comb.
on her wine.
There you go. Arbor Mist or Moscato. You know, Drake, when Drake put that in that song, everybody been drinking Moscato.
Yeah.
Like everybody. Everybody has started drinking Moscato. Oh, yeah. How's your mental capacity this week?
Mental capacity. Let's see. You know, it's been busy. It's been a busy week. We got some good things that we're cranking out. I might be a little overwhelmed. You know, when I get overwhelmed, I sleep. And that's just like definitely not very productive at all. It's counterproductive. So then I'll be mad at myself for sleeping.
That's not counterproductive.
Anyway.
Because you need rest.
I know.
Yeah, you need rest, like to keep going.
Just to keep going.
Yeah.
I understand.
Never apologize for sleeping. Or think it's counterproductive.
Yeah, bro, all that. So,
Wow.
on the other hand, I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I said, my mind is just racing.
So what do you do to slow that down?
Sleep.
Oh, you did say that.
Right? I have a drum. I play that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It matched your aesthetic. No, because our ancestors played drums.
That's right.
And you got the hair, the skin, the melanin.
I just try to be in touch with my people as much as I can.
I feel you.
Because like we said before, we've had to unlearn some things
Whew.
and really truly tap into who we are. And so
Exactly.
let me tell you, that drum has been a saving grace for me.
No, I feel you.
So
I feel you. I may need to find something that'll help me.
now,
Is that how you play it? Like, oh, you like do rhythm and everything. Do you like record it and then like dance to it when you play it back?
ooh,
You
no, but I should though.
You know how like in the I don't know if I
Sorry,
should be saying this,
I got
but
really.
no.
What?
You know how like in the beginning of the Cosby Show, like the theme music.
Yes, yes,
dancing
and they
all
dance.
That?
Why shouldn't you say the Cosby Show?
Because of Bill Cosby. I know, but
I'm sip some tea to that.
okay. What kind of tea is that today? What kind of tea did you bring? Did you sip? Are you sipping on?
It could be a sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare.
Okay.
Either way, I
Oh.
don't want to wake. Sorry, I am in a mood today.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Let's check your mental capacity because you see I'm over here on some.
Okay. No, that's what's up though. You were singing in the last episode. You were singing in the last episode.
Sorry, I do that sometimes.
No, it's fine. You got a pretty voice.
Aw, thank you.
So you just sing all you want. Don't be surprised if I join in. I hit that.
Oh no, because if it's Beyonce, I know you joining in. Okay.
I am in the beehive. Don't judge me.
Hardcore beehive.
Listen.
I'm just drinking some of the honey every now and then.
Look at you. My mental capacity. My mental capacity. I'm cool. I know last episode I always say I look at the glass half full or half empty. I'm half full right now, or today, this week. I'm half full. Things is looking up. I know the feedback that I got yesterday and today, like that lifted my spirits even more because that's what I do it for. I don't know if that was a bar. I should wrote that down.
Probably.
I sound like Hove. I sound like Hove.
Oh, that was bad. Sorry. I tried.
No, I'm not gonna play with you today.
I'm on tip today. I'm in one of my moods. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine though. That's what we need, man. Because sometimes, like these topics that we discuss, is heavy.
I think that's probably what it is.
Yeah,
I'm prepared to like get into this, and I know like after last week and the feedback, and we're about to dive into something again. It's gonna be a little lighter, However, whew.
No, sometimes like that's how I live my life. I always like compartmentalize everything. But I'm trying to unlearn that. I was telling my little cousin today, I'm like, man, I'm trying to unlearn all that bullshit.
That's right.
I don't need it. It's hurting me. You know what I'm saying? And even I see it even in the advice I give to them. Like I would say, before I would say like, yeah, man, it's cool. Don't do that. Don't show this. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm like, hey, man, let that out.
That's right.
Feel everything that you're feeling, and don't be afraid to express it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my advice. And I normally don't give advice, but that's my advice. Like,
don't be afraid to feel.
Yeah, feel everything, and don't be afraid to let it out. Don't be afraid to let it out. But like you said though, this episode we ain't gonna touch all into what we discussed last week. It's gonna be something like that, but I think this is gonna be a time of reflecting.
That's right.
Yeah, I think we should reflect on what expired or transpired last week, 2 weeks ago, throughout the year, and just reminisce on the good times.
Absolutely.
And also, like, I wrote down a few questions because a few questions was asked to me, and I felt like we should share that with the world.
Do we have followers who are asking questions now?
I mean, if people subscribe, we will have followers.
And they can ask questions?
Of course.
And we will answer those questions?
Yeah, and I don't want to put anybody out there. I'm not going to say nobody's name. I'm not going to say what I said or what you said. But just know that the feedback that we got, like from a few people, like
for sure.
It was well received.
Oh,
well
by
received.
all means.
Shout out to everybody that hit me and Don in the inbox or text or call. Like, I had a conversation with, I'm going to say Troy because that's my homie, you know what I'm saying? Like, the conversation we had, man, it was, what's up? Even my little cousins, and I ain't going to say their name. But, yeah, I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because at least we know we're on the right path.
Most definitely. So. And that's my whole fear. I'm like, damn, man, saying some bullshit? Like, is people gonna gravitate to this? They gonna relate to this?
It's how you feel.
Yeah.
And apparently the ones who do are responding. So
Right. So what we doing today? What we talking about today?
So today, as you said, we like to reflect on some things we talked about last week.
Yeah.
In the previous episode, and also just kind of pay tribute to the ones who we've lost.
Yeah.
And we're gonna think about the good things, the good times. We're gonna expound on that, and as we're kind of going through this, we want everybody to kind of reflect on the good times because that's all we have is the good memories.
Exactly.
You know, let's take that with us. So,
who you want to reflect on today, or look back and celebrate their life in a brief moment today?
Where do we start?
Do you want to go in order, or do you want to just like
I just kind of want to explore. We can go. Here's the thing. Let's go broad and then get a little bit more personal. Okay. So on a global level, there's been a lot happening. Yeah. Like we said in previous episodes, we had Kobe who passed away this year, and Chadwick, who both were big, large staples in the Black community.
But those deaths, like, even though it's globally and we don't know that, well, we don't personally know them, and they don't personally know us, it still impacts us in a way.
For sure.
It still impacts us in a way.
For sure. So honestly, let's start with Kobe because that was that shook the world up, right?
It did.
And I think I cried. And here's the thing. I will always say I was never a Kobe Bryant fan. I was not a person out here like Kobe. Like, I was a LeBron James fan.
Come on now. He just won a championship.
Okay. And number 4.
But it's not about LeBron. It's about Kobe.
It's part of the good times because he did it with the Lakers.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? He did it for that man.
Most definitely.
So we gotta give him his respect there. But I was just thinking to myself, how do you have basketball without Kobe?
Facts.
Like how is there basketball without Kobe Bryant? What is this going to look like?
Right.
And then you add in his daughter, and that was just like, oh, that's somebody's child. And
yeah, I think that messed me up even more. Like, yeah, I felt for Kobe because, like you said, I'm not a Kobe fan. I'm a LeBron fan. You know what I'm saying? But when I heard it was just more than Kobe, and then when I heard how he went out,
that's right.
And I heard like it was his daughter on there, some more little young girls on
her
there,
teammates and their parents. Yes.
Like, I felt in that moment like, damn, like, what if they had more kids? Not just Kobe and them, but like the other parents and the pilot.
And they did.
You know what I'm saying?
And they did. And
I put myself in their shoes, and I'm like, damn, what if I got that call where both my parents and my older sister passed away?
Right.
Like, that hurt me the most. That's the part that hurt me the most. I wasn't even thinking about the NBA at this point.
Right.
I'm thinking about them and their family, and because I sometimes personalize things just so I can understand more or understand it, so I can know what type of emotion I should have.
Right.
So that was my emotion when I heard about Kobe's death.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
And as the story unraveled, it just got, even more sad.
Yeah.
And like you said, definitely feeling bad for the families.
Yeah.
I just cannot imagine. I don't want to imagine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But in good, he definitely lived a great life.
Yeah.
He was a philanthropist.
Yeah.
He made sure he gave back.
Yeah.
Even the people who he was with, they were coaching. They had a team. What was the name of their basketball team, the young girls?
I don't know if it was the high school team. I think it was like a travel
team.
Yeah, like a travel team. And one of the girls from, I want to say UConn, she was the coach of the team because she wanted to go to UConn.
Right.
Gigi wanted to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they gave her an honorary jersey. So there was some good to reflect back on in this.
Yeah.
And appreciate all that they both had done in their life.
To add to that, it showed how much Kobe was involved in his kids' lives.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I never knew that. I never knew he never drove anywhere in LA. He always took a helicopter because he was one day late to picking up his daughter.
Wow.
And he said never again, and he bought a helicopter, and that's how he got around. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was why.
Yeah.
That is so,
Yeah, he said he was
so
stuck in traffic
beautiful.
4 hours and he was late picking his daughter up.
Aw.
And he said never again. So how he got to the games and how he got around LA, he flew around.
I knew that, but wow. That is so beautiful.
Yeah, I mean I might be lying, but
No?
I think I heard that.
Hey.
I
we
think
gonna
that
go
might
with
be
it.
the truth.
We
but
going with it.
yeah,
It's the
that's
truth
what we
today.
gonna go with. That's what we gonna go with.
It's the truth today. So, yes. And not to switch up, but like going into Chadwick,
Yeah.
his soul, his spirit was so beautiful. And this man was like, in his case, he knew, you know, it wasn't as sudden. We talked about how sudden death kind of hurt a little bit more than that slow, you know, process. But for us, we didn't know. It was sudden for us. We didn't know that there was something else going on in his life because he was such a warrior.
Right.
Like, not even just the whole idea of Black Panther, but he really did embody that. Like, all of the movies that he did while he was battling cancer,
Yeah.
that speaks volumes. Like, that makes me want to pull on that strength and know there are no excuses. We have no excuse.
None at all.
You know? And
Like you said, he shot Black Panther. He shot Endgame.
Yep.
All of those movies while he was battling cancer.
And what's the one he did on Netflix? Was it Spike Lee joint?
He did with the soldiers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I can't remember the name.
And even in that, there's a scene where he's singing. And to reflect back on that, now that he's gone away, it was like he just left us with these gems. You know, if you go back and watch his work, and even the way that they look at him, even the way his cast members look at him, it's like...
And they were all older than him.
Yes.
More seasoned actors than him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in that movie, he played a character who passed or whatnot, and we know that. But, whew.
Yeah. It's tough, man. It's tough. I wonder... No, I don't even want to get into that.
No, let's go there.
No, I'm just saying, I wonder, like, did they do that on purpose? Have him pass away in that movie?
Well, I don't know. It depends on if they knew.
That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah.
I didn't want to speculate.
Well, I know a lot of people got questions.
Yeah.
But that is a good question.
No, it is. And I always thought that when I saw that movie, but I'm like, I'm not going to play too much into it. I'm going to just enjoy the movie for what it is. Because I did want to see more, or I wanted to see how he would interact with them, like, in the present day versus when he was with them, leading the platoon or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wanted to see how he interacted with them, especially those 4 actors.
Oh, my God.
Because, like, that movie was good.
It was very good.
That movie was good.
Spike Lee did a very good job.
Yeah.
Like, it was like all his different films that he made, all his different styles came together into one to make a war movie.
Yeah. Spike can make some good movies. Now, I don't know about Chirac, but he can make some good movies.
Well,
I'm just saying, man.
I'm not defending Chirac at all, but to understand Chirac, I guess you have to understand the play in which he was kind of... Yeah, it's based around an actual, like...
Play?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he was pulling from that.
Right. So it's just... I want to say it's like a Shakespeare. Yeah. So it's a whole... That's a whole different...
Maybe I got to go back and look at it.
Different thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying it was the best movie in the world, but... But yeah. So then we have those two.
Well, can we talk about like a fictional death?
Yes.
All right, Iron Man.
Oh.
No, because I really felt the pain when he died. I cried.
I was just gonna say, I don't think that's something I even...
No, for real, like that's an emotion.
That's kind of embarrassing because... Whew.
What did I say? I cried.
No, because I feel that way too.
Oh no! I cried when Iron Man died. Every time I would go back and watch Endgame, but that last fight scene might be the greatest fight scene in any movie.
Very easily.
I go back and watch that to
very
this day.
Easily.
I might watch it once a month.
Oh, really?
No, yeah.
Oh,
I got Disney Plus. I go back and watch that once a month. And every time, like, I know it's coming. I know he's about to die. And then I still, like, every time he died, I think of my father.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why, man, but I always think of him because I'm like, damn.
It's just one of those deaths you don't want to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we'll just do this a little different. Maybe if it was just...
Because in a way, I kind of feel like they took Iron Man for granted.
Well, he was such an asshole.
He was. But
You
like
know?
many parents are.
For sure. For sure. For sure.
Sorry, mama. Let me edit that
It is
out.
what it is. No, not. Oh, wait,
Your mama
sorry.
and my mama
no,
gonna get on the text like, these
wait,
kids.
No.
Can you leave these kids?
That's like, no, wait. It's not.
Right,
It is what it is.
right.
But like, it is what
We
it is.
love y'all. We love
do.
y'all. But no, like every time I see that, like I cry. Like no other death in that movie makes me sad. Maybe Black Widow when she died, but Iron Man died. Ugly girl.
Ugly cry though. All right. Not the only one on tip today.
Listen, for real, for real. Who else? Who else died on a global scale?
You know what?
I don't even know. I don't even think. I ain't gonna say that because that's kind of rude.
No, it's okay.
No public. He was a director.
Watch somebody on mirror like y'all forgot,
Right.
and y'all forgot.
He directed Snowfall. You know what Snowfall is?
The show on Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
FX.
FX. Yeah.
Yeah, Snowfall. John Singleton. He passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did so much more than just.
But that was his last work that
okay.
I know. But yeah, John Singleton did so much more than just that. And I think that was even in 2019 though. But still, like that I was even looking into his work because of what I want to do with media and stuff. So like when he died, his death kind of like impacted me a little bit too.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Because he done a lot for black filmmakers and directors.
He definitely set the precedent.
Yeah.
So it's a little depressing looking at this list of like people we've lost over 2020, just to name a few. I don't know how I forget RBG. Like we cannot forget her. This lady was a pioneer for women's rights and a Supreme Court justice. Yes.
Yeah.
Like what? We definitely cannot forget her at all. Cliff Robinson, former NBA player, Survivor contestant, Regis Philbin.
Oh, damn.
What?
Regis?
Like, when did I miss that?
Off of Regis and Kelly? Or?
Yes.
Damn.
July 24th. What, like, where was I? I had no idea.
I think that was the same time my brother passed away.
Wow. Congressman, civil rights leader,
John
Lewis. Yes. What?
Yeah, man.
Another civil rights leader, C.T. Vivian. I mean, like, Naya Rivera, her passing was tragic.
Listen, when I tell you I personalize things.
Well.
And that, Jesus Christ. How she mustered up enough strength to get her baby on board.
Yeah.
I couldn't even do it, man.
That's probably by any means necessary.
That's that adrenaline.
That's
kicks
her baby.
in.
That's her child.
What? I'm gonna save you. Fuck me. I'm saving you. You gonna be found. I don't care about me at this point. Like my anxiety, I can control my anxiety.
Okay.
So today I was thinking, hey, me and y'all ass. Today I'm thinking like, and I know I shouldn't be thinking like this, but sometimes I do. I play out situations in my head so I know how to react. So I'm just chilling with the kids and I'm looking at Yara just play, and she playing by the front door. So I was just like, damn, what if somebody come in here and just start shooting and just shoot my baby? What will I do? You know what I did? I went and grabbed my gun and put it on next to me.
Wow. Just in case.
And that takes me back to that moment when you said her name. It just took me back to Yara just playing in the living room and what I would do if something like that was to happen. Whew, that man.
By any means necessary.
By any means necessary. That lady put her baby on a boat to save his life. They were probably both drowning. But she found enough. God gave her enough strength.
You better say that.
To put her son on that boat.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Like that's hard.
Look, I'm tearing up.
It's okay.
No, I'm a thug.
Ain't no thugging.
Get some dust in here.
No. Ain't no dust today. Ain't using that excuse.
It ain't.
We got Frederick Toots Herbert. He was a legendary singer. Oh, wow. He passed. Stevie Lee, the actor and wrestler, the little short guy.
Stevie Lee. No.
Yes,
I ain't really big on
wow.
wrestling.
Hold on. I did not know that he was sick and passed. Wait till I show you what it is. Look at this.
Oh, he died. He was in a couple movies.
Yes. Actor and wrestler. 54 on September 9th.
Damn.
This is wild.
See, I feel like 2020 made us what is the word that I'm looking for? Desensitized
Yes.
to these deaths. So when
Yes.
you hear about something, you're just like, oh, okay.
Oh my God.
But I haven't heard about some of these people you're naming off.
Nelson Mandela's youngest daughter.
What? I ain't even know that.
July 13th. My goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, the list just keeps going on.
Yeah.
Well, I forgive us for forgetting anyone. Little Richard. May 9th. Oh, wow. That's my mom's birthday.
Damn.
I would never guess. This list, okay. I can't go through all of this. We could, but I'm just want to see exactly how many.
And that's just
Betty
deaths
White,
that
Pop
like,
Smoke.
oh yeah.
Pop Smoke. The kids be out here singing Pop Smoke. Would you say, your son, how you know who Pop Smoke is? And he
Yeah.
was like, my friend. And I know that he died. And I'm like, dang.
Yeah, man. YouTube tells these kids everything.
Like, man.
YouTube tells these kids everything.
This was like 61 people, guys, that were just celebrities.
Right. Not including like loved ones and people of loved ones and stuff like that. So that's on a global scale.
Right. Sorry.
No,
we took
you
so
cool.
long on that, but it's just like,
you cool.
we're going to see that every day in the news, right? And in the
right.
media and on TV every single day. Every day is something.
Yeah.
And then in our own personal lives, like I said before, I started off with my aunt who passed, my Aunt Nancy. That's how we started this year off.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, anyone who will think of her can't help but to laugh when you think about her.
Yeah.
Just because she was so wild and crazy and free. I'm talking. She used to call me Donita.
Donita?
She know my name. I used to be like, why is she calling me Donita? And then an ex-boyfriend of mine, literally in college, would call me Donita. And I'm like, not this shit again.
Like he on purpose?
On purpose. On purpose. And I'm like, okay, so, yep, that's going to stick for forever.
No, some people still to this day call you Danisha.
Denisha. Yes.
I'm like, so, oh.
Like, my dad's name is Donnie, y'all.
Yeah.
He named me after him, Donnie Sha. And then some people are like, oh yeah, Denisha.
Yeah. I be like, I be in my head, I'm like, I know she mad.
I'm so used to it, but it's irritating. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's irritating.
I know. And then these people that see this now, they gonna be like, Danisha.
They still gonna be like, oh hey Denisha, I saw your. Sorry y'all, whatever accent that was, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So rest in peace to Aunt Nancy.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Who else passed away? Well, it don't necessarily have to be this year.
Okay.
It don't necessarily have to be this year. So like I said, like last episode, I told my pops passed 5 years ago. 6 years ago, 2014. So yeah, my pops passed away 6 years ago. Can't forget Lionel.
No.
Long live Lonnie Love.
Long live Lonnie Love.
Yeah, we can't forget him. And
he was such a kindred like spirit. He was actually, anytime I saw him, he was actually super sweet.
Yeah.
And I remember he would always go out of his way to help my nephew's mom. Like, I know she had some car trouble, and he's the first person she would call.
Yeah.
Like, I know he just a couple doors down. I know he'll help me out.
Yeah.
Always. No hesitation.
Yeah.
No complaining. Nothing.
Yeah, you get different sides of people.
Oh, for sure. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, you definitely get different sides of people. Not to say that I seen a bad side of him, but even with his father, like anytime I seen Lionel, his dad, like it was all love. Maybe because our families is close.
Maybe.
But anytime he seen me, man, it was all love. And little Lionel was my cousin on his mom's
Yep.
side. So
Our cousin,
anytime, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Anytime he see me or I see him, it was always love.
Yeah.
He was always smiling. I even like helped coach him in his 9th grade year with
Aw.
Ty Crum. Yeah. Yep. I remember it was him and Q on the team, the tallest ones. Him and little Q, the tallest ones. And then they went their separate ways in different high schools when the high school closed or whatever. And I remember the game that they came together. I think one was in Springport and the other one's somewhere else. I can't really think. Concord probably. I don't know.
Concord.
And it was a big deal because how close they were and how
Yeah.
tall they were, and they battled against each other because they played with each other probably forever.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean that's like one of the memories that I really like cherish. Just seeing them two play against each
You'll
other.
never forget that.
No.
Yeah.
No. Especially how much I love basketball.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's definitely a historic moment for them and for Albion.
Yeah,
know? So-
because it hit when he passed away, man. Just like Devi, when he passed away, man.
That was heavy. The whole city felt both of those
that
deaths.
that was when Devi passed. That was tough. I remember where I was at when he passed. I was working at Star.
Uh-huh.
I was on night shift, and Calvin called me or text me,
Yep.
bro. Devi just died. I said, what? I was tripping. I think I woke up kids. I was tripping. I said, I said, not Devi. I'm calling. I'm like, bro, what's going on? And at this time, this is when I used to spend a lot of time out at Pam and them house. I used to always be with them. Pam, Denisha, Dede, Kiera, Devi. We always would just be out there just chilling. You know what I'm saying? But and when that happened, that hit me. And cause he was young.
Very young.
He was young, man.
Still had a lot of life ahead of him.
Yeah. And in those moments, you really don't know what to say to people.
I mean,
And I was
seriously,
young.
what can you say?
I was young and I was just like, damn, man, like, yo, I'm sorry. That's all I could say. Man, I'm sorry, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. So rest in peace, Devi. Rest in peace, Lionel. Man.
Long live.
Long live Devi. Long live Lionel, man.
Man, and their families have just done a great job of preserving their memories.
Yeah.
You know, in an honorable way.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
just, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. That was tough for the city. Both of those two deaths, like, because they were young. And even Jameer, another family member.
Goodness.
Another
young
Yeah.
family member.
Yeah.
Again, who the whole city loved.
Exactly.
And
Like,
these were all so sudden.
yeah. Yeah, that man was away at college. Trying to better himself in a freak accident. Man, that was tough too, man. Yeah, we not trying to get heavy.
No,
we just want to say
we want
rest
to
in
honor
peace.
these people.
Honor these people. We want to cherish their memories. And that we know, like we said in the beginning of the show, like even when we call these people's name, man, just think on the good memories that y'all have with these people. That's what we want to do. We don't want to get here or sit here and get y'all down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you cry, let it be a tear of joy.
It's a celebration.
That he's not, or that they're not on this physical earth with us suffering, but they're somewhere with God. You know what I'm saying? Living a better life. So,
and they're all around us all the time in the spirit.
Yeah. Who else?
Well, going into like people the city, you know, came out for Gerard, and Malcolm.
Yeah, another family member. So Gerard death was so sudden that when everybody found out about it, it just shook up the whole city once again. Especially, I don't know, man. Maybe because we're close to these people, but it just didn't seem real.
No, that one definitely didn't. I thought someone was lying. I thought they was lying. Like I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
You know, and then you see all the different people from every angle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, no, this is real. Again, I sleep when things like this happen sometimes because it's like I want to go to a different place.
Right.
But no, I wake up and this is still reality. I definitely had that moment with his passing. Gerard grew up around my family. Gerard grew up in my grandmother's house. Him and my cousins. You know what I mean? Like every single day. And my brother, you got Laffy, Dante, Shanita, Saquana, Gerard, Kyron, Eddie B. Like they had their whole crew. Everybody family. And then to watch Eddie B, Justice Mob, break down and hurt. Again, it's always hard to see my family in pain.
It is.
And to see all of my cousins hurt, and not just that even, but then his family.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine that pain. I don't want to. I cannot, like, imagine what that must feel like to wake up one day and they're like...
gone. Suddenly.
Just...
Because there's something different when they're up in age and you know that's a possibility. Or something different when you
sick
in the hospital doing that. But when you just wake up and get that news, like, I don't know about anybody else, but me personally, I don't want to wake up to things like that.
I don't
want to get a text message and say, see, such and such died. I never want to see that. I don't care if it's my worst enemy. I don't want to see that, because even if it is somebody that you don't really care about, like death, the concept, like I'm starting to understand the concept of death after the last episode, after I sat with that. So like even the concept of death, like it's a loss. And now me, when I think of or hear about death, I feel like, damn, like that's a possibility for me. Or that is a possibility for me. Like we all are going to leave this earth one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lifeline, like lifelines that are plugged into your heart, and then it's just one ripped out.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
And you have all these lifelines, people you develop relationships with over time, relationships you're born with.
Yeah.
And eventually it's just like each one just kind of unplugged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Gerard, man.
Rest in peace, Gerard.
Rodzilla.
Long live Rodzilla.
Yeah, man.
That's one thing he definitely left behind was some good music.
Oh, most definitely.
Good
man.
music.
I was having a conversation with my brother and Troy and Brandon one day. And I forgot what tape it was that Justice Mob came out with. But I think it was the second one. And I was like, bro, Gerard got the best verse on this song.
Yeah.
And it had all three of them on there.
Yeah.
Biz, Rod, and Justice Mob. And I'm like, I had to play it back because I'm like, yo, they all went in. But I'm like, bro, he got the best. And he came in at the end of it. And I'm like, bro, he got the best verse.
He definitely did his thing.
Yeah.
And shout out to his children.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
They're definitely going to be taken care of. Shout out to his brother, Davion. I see him out here doing his thing, making sure he holding his brother down.
Keep your head up, man. Keep reaching out too, man. I'm always going to be here. We always going to be here for you. I always told you, or just I'm telling everybody this, like, man, just find someone that'll just listen. That'll listen. And this is who I got to listen. Like, we bounce things off of each other, but when in time and need, just find you one person that'll listen to you, man, without even just giving a lot of feedback. Like I told him, like, man, you know how to chime in and when not to chime in.
Sometimes I don't, though. Sometimes I talk too much.
But in my perspective, it's not too much.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's not too much. Maybe with other people, you might feel that way, but not with me. Like, you don't talk too much.
I appreciate you.
Maybe all the information that I get from you, I'm receiving it, but I don't think that you talk too much.
I'm so grateful. Thank you.
So that's advice. That's another piece of advice to people out there, man. Just find someone that you can talk to.
I love you.
Uninterrupted.
Shots fired. Pew, pew, pew. All right. So, yes.
You about to get in trouble. About to get a text message next Thursday like, who the hell you talking about?
Nah, dog. We good. So, as we reflect, moving forward,
who?
We've discussed briefly your grandmother.
Yeah.
In the last episode. So, because she was so close to my grandmother, my goodness.
Okay. Before we get to her.
Yeah.
because we didn't spend a lot of time on her last week.
No.
Rest in peace to my brother.
Oh, for sure.
Long live Q. Always.
Forever.
That man was something. He was like a second father to me. So I just want to say I love you, bro. Rest in peace.
And I love your brother for impacting my brother's life as much as he did. My brother don't mess with too many people. He don't trust too many people.
Yeah.
But that was one person who he definitely respected and who kept it trill with him no matter what.
Right.
That's one person, if no matter what happened to my brother,
Right.
I knew Q was gonna call my phone.
Yeah.
You'd be like, bro, straight, he need anything? What can I get for him? You good? What's up?
Yeah.
I'm talking anytime anything happened to my brother, consistent. I knew I was gonna get a phone call from Q. I knew my brother was gonna be good.
Yeah.
So definitely long live Q.
Yeah, long live Q, man. Rest in peace, man. I love you, bro. So, my grandmother passed away October 3rd. Like you said, your grandma and my grandma were two peas in a pot. Two peas in a pot.
No, seriously.
No, for real. Yeah,
some
man.
best friends.
Yeah, man. They were inseparable.
I know.
Man, they were inseparable. But man, my grandmother, I'm starting to feel it now after everything is settled.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now, once family is gone and me and mom in the crib, or me, mom, and my sister in the crib, we just chilling now. Like it's settled in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like after everything is done, like it's settling. It's settling in now. So, but my grandma, she was like, I would consider her like the backbone for the body, for my family. Cause like, I don't know, like we just all met at Granny crib. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandmother and my parents like raised me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like every time I hear someone say, "Oh, my granny raised me," or this or that, like even though I live with my parents, but even when they were at work, we were at my grandmother's crib.
That's right.
We didn't go home till wee hours in the morning sometimes, 1 a.m. sometimes, 12. You know what I'm saying? Like moms get off work by that time, and we waking up and going to the crib.
Yep.
I remember sleeping on the floor or like on the couch with my head laying on the couch, my coat on, my backpack on, and my knees on the floor, and I'm just asleep. You know what I'm saying? Waking up, my grandma waking me up. Oh, it's time to go home. I used to hate it, especially in the wintertime. I got this big ass coat on and I'm sweating, and I go outside, it's cold. I'm like, I got to get in the house and take a shower. I'm like, yo, like, but those moments at my grandmother's house, man, it was fun because it was all of our cousins there. Me and Melvin,
That's right.
me and Antoine, me and RJ. You know what I'm saying? And then my cousins from out of town, my older siblings and my older cousins. Like we all packed in this 3-bedroom crib and just chilling. Like 20 of us, just chilling.
I love that. I do, because I think it was something away with just how our families grew up, maybe, because it was the same way with my grandmother.
Yeah.
I'm talking, her house was packed all the time with all of our cousins.
Because they got a lot of kids.
Everybody got a lot of kids.
And then they kids got
a lot of kids.
You know what I'm saying? So it's about 30 of us, you know what I'm saying? All packed in granny crib.
And we all ate.
And it's hot as hell.
And she fed us.
Right.
Yep.
No other way. And if you needed to stay, hey, make a pallet on the floor.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Sleep head to foot.
That is real life. Them pictures that people got where everybody, kids everywhere on the floor, on the couches.
That's
with
real
the fans.
life granny crib. That's real life granny crib.
For real.
That's real life granny crib.
For real.
Man. But yeah, I love my grandmother, and even like the slideshow that I put together, like it just had me in my feelings. Cause I looked back at it the other day, and I'm like, dang, grandma. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to my grandma, Gloria Francis, man. She was like a staple in this community.
She was.
Worked in the school system. You know what I'm saying? She was a truancy officer. Not like a truancy officer, but like, she would, if your kid wasn't in school, she would be the one going to your house and knocking on your door to see what's going on.
Hey, she was the right person for it.
Yeah. For real.
She was the right person for it.
Nah, for real though, man. So, yeah, shout out to my grandma, man. Love and I miss her, man. Love and miss her.
Shout out to Miss Willie Coates.
Yeah.
We love and miss you, Granny.
Most definitely. Now they sitting up there together.
I knew I could when your grandmother passed. This is gonna sound a little insensitive.
No.
But I told you this. It was like I could hear my grandmother laughing. Like when she get tickled, she has a certain belly laugh, and I can just only imagine they probably got tickled together and just hugged and hugged and hugged and laughed.
Sitting at a table
hugged.
just like this talking.
Probably.
That's what I be thinking heaven is.
Me too.
I don't be thinking heaven. They up there just
Or on the couch,
working. You know what I'm saying? They chilling. What is there to do? What is there to do in heaven?
Ooh, what is there to do in heaven?
That's what I'm saying. They probably just chilling. Tupac walking around, probably rapping.
If heaven had a ghetto.
You know what I'm saying? Kobe still trying to shoot the ball.
Probably.
Chadwick up there like, Wakanda forever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You so silly.
I'm just.
He
like,
probably giving inspirational speeches.
Man, listen, what is heaven?
Up
What are they
there
doing in
acting.
heaven?
You know
Shoveling
what?
clouds?
Looking over us. They up there watching over us, making sure we good.
I hope so.
Going before us and making those cricket paths straight. You know,
Yeah.
doing the work.
That's a lot of people they got to look out for.
I mean, that's why we got all the ancestors we do have.
Yeah. I think so too.
Amongst other things like being entertained by Billie Holiday.
Most definitely. Ella Fitzgerald.
Okay.
So like I said, man, like early in the show, I said that people had reached out to us, right?
That's right.
Giving us feedback, and we invite that. So if y'all ever want to just shoot the shits with us, or even reach out and say, yo, man, that was what's up. I appreciate that because I'm going through the same thing. Like, we welcome that. And even if y'all just want to talk, I mean, I don't know about Don. You can speak for yourself, but I'm open to that as well, man. Like I said, a few people hit me up and they were just asking me questions, or they would just give me like remarks. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But I did have certain questions that I wanted to ask or we discussed because I think a lot of people need to hear it, and I don't want to come from a place of ego either.
Well, then let's set our ego aside.
Oh, I always do.
Well, then
But you know, a lot of people might think you might have one.
I got a big ego.
Yeah.
Not really, I don't. I really don't. So, no, we setting it all aside. Right here, right now.
Yeah, so I don't want to sound like arrogant or anything when I say these certain things. So,
For sure.
what's the first one that I have?
Let's go.
Okay, so now that everything's over, the funeral, your family's gone, like I said, now what?
Yep.
Now it's starting the healing process.
That's right.
But how do you start the healing process?
Well, for me, the healing process starts with something you said earlier, and it's allowing myself to feel.
Okay.
Not being afraid of that, getting into that deep, ugly cry.
Right.
Really, truly understanding not only what am I feeling, but why am I feeling this way so deeply.
Okay.
And a lot of times, once I figure out and pinpoint why it is I'm so hurt, or why it is that this is causing me so much pain with this in particular person, is usually because I can't get back what we had or the time that we had or something like that. So then it's just like, okay, well, how can I make better use of the time that we did spend, or what can I do with these memories, or what can I do to honor this person? And that's usually how I start, I guess, the healing process. But I'm still hurting, but like I've had nieces who passed away, and they were babies. That still hurts me.
Yeah.
I don't that healing process is looking a little different because a lot of that is, this is year 5. This is year, boom, they would have been this age. And it's a lot of the what ifs, and then questioning God. And I always tell people that it is okay to question God because you are not going to get an answer any other way.
Most definitely.
You know? However, these babies are angels. They were pure. They were love. They were light. And they probably just came into life to share that. Just that.
Yeah.
You know? With my grandmother, a lot of the healing process started with me understanding I was so hurt because there were conversations that I wanted to have with her that I may not have felt comfortable having with my mother.
Right.
So in that, it's like, okay, well, how can I develop a better relationship with my mom so that I can have these conversations with her? Because she's the closest thing I'm going to get to my grandmother right now.
Yeah.
Unless it's one of my grandmother's sisters. So, and then two, it's like we have to heal all these different other parts of ourself, I guess. But that's just my journey in healing.
No, that's a good way to start.
To start, yeah.
And a good way to look at it. For me, I don't know where my healing begins. Honestly, I don't know, man. Like, I get a lot of things from my mom, and I'm seeing that more and more every day. How she will, I feel like she's gonna step into that role, or already has stepped into that role of what my grandmother was. You know what I'm saying? The matriarchy of our family. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, because like now, like my mom hosted everybody at her house for my grandmother's funeral, all family. You know what I'm saying? I'm like pretty sure like Malcolm did or Fee did for my brother. Like, I see where I get a lot of my characteristics from, or even dealing with certain things. Like, I don't think my mom had enough time to grieve when everything happened. Because once it happened, all right, she had to call people just like I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably was in the hospital at the time, you know what I'm saying, crying and doing all this, but that's not enough time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I see that in myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you witnessed it. Like, when you was there at my house a couple nights, like, she started to clean up, or
for sure.
she getting food, or she's like, okay, we got to go do this, or we got to do that. Like, no, she's not grieving. And that's where I come in. I'm like, yo, I don't do that either. Even after the family's gone, I'm not grieving. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just going about my day.
Wow.
Yeah. So maybe once I see certain things that may bring those emotions out, like certain things have to bring emotions out of me. Just like I said earlier, like when Iron Man died, I think about my father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe
that was a trigger. So
you know what I'm
it
saying?
got you to.
Maybe if I see Soul Food and Big Mama die, I might be like,
Oh.
damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, maybe that's how I start my healing process. Recognizing certain things or those triggers. You know what I'm saying? So that make me have to cry.
That's fair.
Yeah. So
That's fair.
that's how I start my healing process.
That's starting.
Yeah. But I need to get out of that. I don't want to let something make me start my healing process. I want to recognize I need to heal and start healing.
Okay. I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. But now that you know,
yeah,
then that's something that you can be intentional about working on.
Right.
Because at least you recognize it.
Right.
Some people don't even know that, oh, shoot, until 5 years later. And you're supposed to be over it, but you never stop moving. You never stop to just deal with your emotions.
Right.
And how you really felt.
Right. You all right?
Coping is a mother.
No, it is. So speaking of that, how do you deal with like giving condolences or like sympathy?
See, that's a hard one for me because I don't know how people want me to be there for them. So a lot of the time it's just saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
And
what does that actually mean though?
Like, I'm sorry. For me, it's more like, I'm sorry that you are having to experience the loss of someone that you love, and you have to and you're feeling what you're feeling.
Right.
Like, I really do feel bad for people when they're going through these things.
Yeah.
And it's okay. This is something I tell people as well. It's okay not to be okay. Like, I want people to feel comfortable in their journey, because it's hard. We try to be so tough, but I guess that's how I kind of give sympathy and or condolences. And then however that person wants me to be there for them, I try. But sometimes it's hard for me. It's hard for me because I feel other people's pain. And it's not about me, But it is hard sometimes when it's like, even in instances with you, because you're so like how you say you will avoid how you feel.
Yeah.
But even if I'm like, hey Ryan, how you doing? Like, I'm good now, I'm good, and then I can hug you, and then I'm like, I'm sorry, this ain't mine, like this is not my pain, but I'm so sad right now, I'm so sorry. But a lot of times it's like, no, this is what you're feeling that you're not letting out. Like,
you can feel that in people.
Yes, empaths. I'm not alone. There are other empaths who can feel that. You can talk on the phone, you can type and text, or you can see someone and it's just like, oh, ouch.
Damn, you got that from me before? Like a ooh, ouch? Like, you ain't even have to hug me or touch me. You was like, damn.
You can look at you.
Really?
Like,
it's just all on my face.
Because how many times have I been like, I'm sorry?
I thought it was just because what I was saying.
That too.
Oh,
but you feel.
Yeah.
Like, you can feel people's energy. Energy is real.
Yeah, I would definitely believe that.
So it's like, you can pick up on those vibrations, those frequencies from people.
It don't die, it just transfers.
Exactly. And so then that's what I mean. Like, it's hard sometimes. Because it's not about me at all in those moments. But I try to just be what someone will need for me to be.
Right. Okay.
But firstly, like I said, let them know, like, I'm sorry you're dealing with this. It's okay not to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, feel what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Ask God questions. Go through it.
So
what about you?
With me, I feel like I don't know what to say. And I honestly feel like saying anything is not saying nothing at all. So like you, I say, yo, I'm sorry. And then I say, I'm here if you need to talk.
Yeah.
That's all I say. I don't say, oh man, he was a this or she was that.
Right.
I'm sorry for your loss. I'm here if you need me. If you want to talk, I'm here to listen. Because in moments or in times like that, like, man, nothing you can say is going to, like, make me feel better. Mm-mm. Even saying I'm sorry is not going to make me feel better. But you know you have to say I'm sorry.
Right.
Because you can't just walk in and just be like,
if you need me, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just walk in and just look or just say that. You got to be like, I'm sorry for your loss. And I'm here if you need to talk.
I think that's the best response.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, for me, because even with receiving it, like, that's what I would want to hear. Instead of, oh, man, I remember this or this and that. Like, okay, I don't want to think about that right now, but I can't tell you that because then I'm going to be rude. And trust me, funerals and deaths have an ugly way of showing people's emotion.
Okay.
It do.
Real talk.
I fall victim of it too, but yeah, I just feel like saying more than I'm sorry and I'm here for you, or if you want to talk, just always call me. I'm going to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Anything outside of that, I feel like will be just words. Because saying, oh, he was this and that, like, okay, but that ain't going to bring him back.
That's right.
Or that ain't going to bring her back, or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and these people know how great.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah. I know how dope my brother was.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I know how dope rapping Gerard was.
That's real.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, anything outside of that, man, is just hot air. Hot air. If you ain't praying for me, don't go be like, I'm going to pray for you. No, pray right here. I want to hear what you got to say.
Do this right now.
Because a lot of people pray for you, don't pray for the right thing.
Hello, you better.
That's what I tell people.
You better.
When people say, I'm going to pray for you, I'm like, no, I got that covered.
Like, what you praying for?
Yeah, like, pray for me right now. Like, you ain't going to just say a little quick 1-2 prayer, like, whatever. I forgot. I can't even say it. The prayer.
It's all good.
I was about to say, Father God, Father God. I was about to rap. I just want to live life. Lamborghini loud pipes. Remember all the wild nights. I was about to start praying. No, listen, dog. I heard somebody on the phone praying. It was like, Father God, Father God.
Shut up.
And I'm on the phone with a person, and I'm like, I'm in their ear, so I'm like, I just want to live life. You know what I'm saying? Start rapping Scotty Too Hottie.
You're so petty.
I swear to God, they bust out laughing in the middle of the prayer. In the middle of the I put this on my life, man.
You petty.
I just couldn't help it because I was already listening to that song too. It was fresh on my mind when I heard Father God, Father God. I said, I just want to live life. Lamborghini loud pipes. I remember all the wild nights. Pull up in the poltergeist. Yo, I put this on my soul. Man. That might have been the funniest thing, dog. I swear to God.
Oh my
I
goodness.
swear to God, man.
Oh, you are funny.
But yeah, man, just don't go off and pray for me.
You need it right now.
Yeah, like grab my hand, say a little quick prayer, like thank God for this food we about to, you know what I'm saying? Like just say that. Lord bless him. Come to him or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just pray right then and there. Don't go off. Don't go home and then pray because you might forget.
Oh no, seriously.
Because there'll be a lot of older people say, I'm gonna pray for you.
I'm gonna pray for you.
Yeah, going home like that nigga don't need my prayer.
Yeah,
His
mama a minister.
Yeah.
They gonna be okay. Like no.
Dog, I swear to God, I tell my mama this all the time. I said, Ma, you gonna be the first one in heaven. How much my mom go to church, she gonna be the first one in heaven.
Oh, and how much she be interceding?
Listen, I still need that buddy pass, Ma.
Hey.
I know heaven got a +1. I know heaven got a +1.
God is a merciful God. Nah.
Yeah. But you remember I was supposed to watch that episode today again too on Midnight Gospel. Listen, for y'all that don't know, Netflix has it's a show. It's kind of like a podcast, but it's a cartoon. Get past the cartoon part if you ain't into it. But it's called Midnight Gospel. And I don't know if it's like the 6th or the 7th episode. And it talks about death. You need to watch it.
Period, Pooh.
You need to watch it. Change your life. Oh. So you remember in that episode where like Clancy had like started going down this hallway or whatever, and he seen a bunch of mirrors, and he asked the Grim Reaper what that was.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, that's just you play back of everything that you did in your life."
Yeah.
Like that shit tripped me out.
Yeah.
That shit tripped me out.
I can see that being the path. When hear people, Lord, say, my life flashed before my eyes. So imagine Jesus. Yeah. Okay. For those people who had those almost death experiences, my life flashed before my eyes, to those people who went into full, yeah, wow, sorry.
No, you cool.
Who crossed over to the other side.
Yeah.
What that flash of life must really look like for them. It's not a flash anymore.
No, it's not. I heard somebody... some people tell stories, right? I heard this story, right? This person was like, yeah, this one person was telling me this story where they died before. I'm like, all right, tell me more. And he was like, well, they said it was total darkness. And they said they seen something, and it was kind of like a dark figure. And I'm like, okay. He started talking a little bit more. I'm like, okay, let's go back. Let's go back to this, right? And he was like, yeah, okay. So I'm like, if it was all dark, how did they see something that was dark? Like a figure that was dark?
Ryan.
Huh?
You ain't never been in your room and it was dark and you thought you saw somebody walk in?
No, he said it was pure darkness.
Huh. But
even in my room, I have a little light somewhere.
He got lights around his room.
No, not even. I do got the mood setter, Return of the Mac. I'm just playing. Let me stop.
Here we go.
But no, like, how can you see darkness inside of darkness?
That's a very great question. But in the spiritual realm, then too, are you looking with your naked eye at that point? Or are you looking from like your third eye?
I don't know.
From in the spiritual sense.
I don't know where this person went when they died, but
it don't sound like heaven.
That's what I'm saying.
They ain't see no light.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't see no headlights?
None?
You ain't see no reflectors off the gates or nothing?
Oh, that's scary. I hope they got their life together after that.
I hope they did too.
Because I was trying to tell you something.
Right. Right.
For real. So, yeah.
Yeah. Damn, what was the last question?
Ryan.
What's up? What we got to talk about?
Will you ever get over the feelings that you felt in grieving someone's death and the hurt?
Will I ever get over that?
That's the last question.
Say it again. Let me repeat. Let me say it again.
Will we ever get over this feeling of
No,
hurt and pain?
no. Because even in that conversation I was having, that person was like, man, I just don't want. I'm not going to say everything verbatim because they might not want me to say it, but.
That's fine.
So, me, if you telling me these things, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you telling me this for what? For what? I'm not gonna feel any better about the situation. You know what I'm saying? So you telling me all that instead of just saying I'm sorry and I'm here if you need to talk.
That's fair.
Like I said, anything after that is just hot air. So I would never get over this situation. You know what I'm saying? No matter how many years have passed, you know what I'm saying? I would never get over this situation. So nothing you can say will make anyone feel better. Because even if you're saying it and they're like, oh yeah, thank you, I needed that. They didn't feel anything from that. A lot of people don't feel anything from that. They just saying it to be nice and not to be rude. Right. And I hope I don't sound arrogant when I say this.
That doesn't sound arrogant.
That's just how I feel.
Yeah, that doesn't sound arrogant.
And not to say that I don't appreciate it.
Right.
But I feel like if I'm living my truth, so if I don't say it now, then I'm just going to continue this stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just for me, if I ever experience this again, like just say, yo, listen, I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm here if you need to talk, man. I'm here. And give me a hug. Well, it's COVID. Don't give me a hug. Fist bump. But
anyway, fist bump or give me an elbow bump. Yeah.
Look, we here. We here. We here. But yeah, like you'll never get over it. No matter what people say, like you never get over it because when you think about that person, and even when you think about those good memories, it's like at the end of that memory, you be like, damn, that's just a memory.
They're still going.
It's just a memory. But let that memory fill that void.
That's right.
It ain't gonna fill it all the way, but it's gonna fill it some to where it's like, okay, that's how you know you're not moving on per se, but it's like that's how you know you're healing from the situation. That scar's still gonna be there, but you're healing. You'll never fully be healed from a death.
I agree.
You'll never be fully healed. You'll never be fully healed. I will never be fully healed from a death.
No, I agree. One major death that I remember, I was 7, and it was my cousin Chachi.
Listen.
Yeah. I still get upset about that.
Yeah.
And I was 7.
Yeah.
My cousin Debo. I still get upset about that.
Yeah.
My grandfather, my grandmother.
Yeah.
I do. Not as often as in the beginning, but definitely I have my moments where I just want to hug them.
Yeah, man. I remember that was probably like the first death I could ever remember.
Yeah.
Chachi. Because that's all I heard was his name, Chachi.
Yeah.
Chachi. I'm like, okay, who is he?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, oh, this is who he was. Or
that was the first time I remember my mom crying. Remember I told you she was the one who was like, crying ain't gonna bring him back? But his death is one of the first and last times outside of her own mom.
Yeah.
That I remember her. She broke down.
Yeah, man.
And it was like, we gotta go. Come on, we gotta go. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
But shit. Every day gets better.
Yeah.
It gets better, but that pain, it doesn't go away completely. Memories, songs, things like how things trigger you.
Oh yeah. That to me is like the earth rotating around the sun. It doesn't never stop. It just keep rotating. So healing from death, well, maybe I should say healing from death is like the earth rotating around the sun. It's not going to stop. Healing is not going to stop.
It's an ongoing process.
Yeah, you're never going to be like, okay, I'm healed today. I don't think about this. You know what I'm saying? No, it ain't that.
Right.
But yeah, so it's like it's just this ongoing cycle. So remember, man, like just start today and just take it a step at a time. Like even if you cry 2 years from now about something, okay.
It's
Ain't nothing
totally
wrong with
fine.
that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I cry every time I see Iron Man die, and I think about my dad.
And that's okay.
Yeah, That's okay.
Yeah.
I even like see like male figures, and I think of my dad. Like it could be some random person I'm sure, some random person I talk to, and I'll be like, damn, he remind me of my pops.
But that could be the spirit. See, spirituality is a mother, because that could be a trigger. That could be something that your father is sending you a message like, I'm still here, through these people in the physical realm.
Can I tell you the dream that I had after my dad passed?
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be the last thing, right?
Okay,
So,
for sure.
well, for me, how about you? Maybe you got a similar story that you might want to share.
Maybe not. Sorry.
She's so thuggish. So I remember I said I was depressed after my father passed.
Yeah.
How I snapped out of that depression was my dad came to me in a dream, and I never thought, when I heard people say that, I was like, man, that's some bullshit. Mm-hmm. But my dad talked to me in a dream, and this is what happened in the dream. So I'm crying, I'm somewhere, and I know I'm in the bed. In my dream, I'm in the bed, and I just seen my pops walk in the room. So I'm like, I'm happy, but I'm crying. And then he just said, I'm okay. That's all he said. I'm okay. And when he said that, I woke up. And from that day on, like I got out of my funk. You know what I'm saying? Like I started interacting with my kids more. I told you I had 2 kids at the time.
Yeah.
Ryan was just a baby. Riley was just born. And it was only for like a couple months I was like in that kind of state. But like I said, once he came to me in that dream and said that, I was like, damn, that's what I needed. That's what I needed. Because even before, like, I listened to a voicemail he played from, or that I listened to a voicemail that he left me. Aww. Yeah. Like, it was probably from a while ago, but I just wanted to hear his voice.
Did it make you feel close to him again?
Yeah, like, I kind of, like, put my phone, like, I mean.
Right.
Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Just to hear his voice again. And I still would want to hear it to this day, but after he said that in that dream, and I was just like, okay, I'm good now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that made me realize, like, he's somewhere around watching.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he knew I was depressed. And I don't want to sound all crazy, because this is my experience. This is what I had. But, yeah, like, he came to me, man, and from that moment on, I was just like, yep, I'm cool.
We good.
Yeah, I snapped out of it.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm still healing from it, but.
Well, no, the funk, though. Like, everyday not talking to people, not opening up, just kind of staying isolated, just stirring in your mess.
Yeah.
He was like, I got it about it.
Most definitely.
He's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a blessing.
Always.
It's a blessing.
Always. So you good? How your mental capacity?
Mental capacity is cleansed.
Yeah.
I feel like every time we do this, Ryan, if I'm going to be honest with you, it's like a reset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I go back and I listen to some things that we may have recorded. Even if I don't listen to the whole podcast over again, it's just like, okay. And then how I think on those things sometimes.
Right.
But by the time we come back and record, it's like a reset button has been pushed. And it's like, okay, now we can get through the next week and we have some things to look forward to, and we can live life with a lighter load.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah. So.
And that's what I try to do. Like, even before we started this podcast or whatever, it's always something that we want to look back on, because that's how we open up the show. Like, yo, how was last week or whatever? That's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about things that we want to work on and come back and talk about next week.
That's right.
And that could be even with you too. So even if you hear these things and you want to work on them, next time you come and sit down with us, maybe you've worked on the same things we've worked on, and maybe you can share that story with us. And like I said, you can follow us on all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Ryan's Room. I don't know if you want to put your social media out there.
I don't really do social media. I need to. But Donisha Brewer, it is what it is. You can come find me. Mostly on Facebook. I am on Snapchat, Lady Don 14, and I am on Instagram. However, you will see I don't have any posts yet.
I'm tagging her in these posts.
I'm not creepy person, but not really. I just want to make it pure, and I don't want it to just be some BS, because I don't know. I think it's weird when people have social medias and like document every single part of their life. I don't want nobody in my business like that. So
yeah, because social media can be a false sense of reality.
Exactly, and I want to make sure that I'm giving my true reality, especially if it's with pictures and photos and videos and things like that. I just don't want to put any and everything out there. So
same here. That's why I rarely post, but I post like when we record and stuff like that.
Absolutely. I need to get better at this part. 100% transparency. That has been weighing on me.
Okay.
So it's something I have to do. That's for sure.
We'll get there.
We will get there.
We'll get there. Like I said, man, subscribe, Apple Podcast, SoundCloud, everything says
Click
Ryan's
that
Room.
button.
Yeah. And like I say, at the end of every show, we all are born a hammer, right? You just either you're gonna build with your hammer or you're gonna destroy with your hammer. You choose.